don't complain anymore. I genuinely don't. Because I've learned you complain everywhere in the world. Like when you travel, you realize how many people complain everywhere in the world. South Africa seems like we're crashing until you go to other places and they seem like they're crashing. I went to the UK. You think the UK is having a fantastic time. South Africa's like, oh, that's my dream. That's my dream. That's my dream if I can just go to the UK. Oh, the UK. Oh, wonderful place. Oh, I just need to go there. The motherland. Oh, just to touch the ground of my home. Oh. So it's not that great. People in the UK are suffering. They're having their own poverty. Old people are dying because they can't put in their heaters during the winter. This is what's happening in the UK, the Great Britain. People are suffering all over the world. In America, they're complaining. They're going, there's racism at the highest level, segregation, black people being shot by police. People are complaining everywhere. I go, we have our problems. At least I understand them. At least I understand. I don't complain, I'm not saying people shouldn't complain. People will complain. White people will always complain. We know this, No, and this is because white people are good at complaining. You have it in your blood. You see it from white people. Like when they're born, they have it. Like white babies don't cry the same. Other babies are crying like, White babies are like, why? 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 White people have it in their blood. It's part of who white people are. And it's just the thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing, White people are so good at complaining. They've got different techniques of complaining. It's not just one style of complaining. Some of them will complain on Facebook. Some of them will complain on 702. My favorite type of complaining white people do is the silent complaint. That's my favorite. The silent breathing complaint. That's the best one ever. Yeah. Where they just breathe out really hard. I love that. You see them everywhere just doing that. The best is it almost multiplies by more than what it is when two of them see each other. That's it, like it becomes a powerful thing. I don't even understand why do you breathe out your anger? That's all white people. That's why Cape Town is so windy. It's just so many white people at the same time. That's all it is. But I've learned people complain overseas. I understand, everyone complains. You know what I hate though? Is when someone complains about my country. I hate that more than anything in the world. Yeah, because you know what? There may be problems, but it's my country. As my mom always said, this is I'll solve it myself. That's how I work. Because I was in the UK and this guy, we had a conversation. Started nicely and then took a left turn. In the middle of the conversation, he goes, yeah, that's really interesting. But you know what your problem is, Trevor? You know what your problem is in South Africa, yeah? You know what your problem is? I said, no, but you'll tell me, won't you? So yeah, I'll tell you, Trevor. I'll tell you what your problem is. In South Africa, you've got too much crime. That's the problem. Too much bloody crime. Yeah, crime and vuvuzelas. That's your problem. That's a crazy, he didn't even pause when he said crime and in the same sentence. Crime. He didn't walk away. He didn't go like, crime, that's the problem. Oh, you know what? And no, he went crime and vuvuzelas. Like in equal measure, these are the plagues of our nation. Like every day we battle crime and like mothers are seeing their children leave the house going, Temba, be careful of the crime. Nama vuvuzela, yezwa? Look after yourself, boy. It made it sound like every day in South Africa, people are getting shot randomly in the streets. They're like, hey! Crime and really? And vuvuzelas? When the hell did the vuvuzela become the most hated instrument in the world? I don't understand how this happened. I don't understand how we allowed this to happen as South Africans. We just bowed down to the world. They're like, oh, the vuvuzela horrible. We're like, we're sorry. So no, I will not. I stand up for my vuvuzela. You know why? We don't have a vuvuzela problem. We never had a vuvuzela problem. Because before 2010, there was no vuvuzela problem. After 2010, we haven't had a vuvuzela problem since, yeah. During the World Cup, we didn't have a vuvuzela problem. We had a foreigners blowing vuvuzela problem. That's what we had. In South Africa, we should have a thing where you have to have a license to blow vuvuzela. You can't just come here not knowing vuvuzela etiquette, blowing it randomly. The English fans, the Spanish fans, middle of the day, there they are, 9 a.m. What are you doing? It's so much fun. It's wrong. What are you doing? It's fun. But it's my dad's funeral. Yeah, but still, it lightens the mood, doesn't it? We'll miss him. Like, what the hell are you doing? These guys blew vuvuzela. Then the world was like, oh, South African vuvuzela. No, South African vuvuzela in the wrong hands. That's what it does. That's what it is. Vuvuzelas don't make noise. People with vuvuzelas make noise. It's the wrong people. You know who should be blowing vuvuzelas? Qualified, skilled practitioners. Chiefs and Pirates supporters. That's who should be blowing vuvuzelas. Because there's never a problem with them. You watch them at those games. You watch them. There's always one guy in the corner. One guy. A mysterious man. You don't know where he's from, know where he's going. He almost just pitches up in the stadium by himself. And there he is with his vuvuzela. He's got those little mining hats that they've designed. You know, his uniform is like the Pirates logo, but it's painted on his stomach. He doesn't wear a shirt. And you know those stomachs that are hard, but it doesn't look fat. It looks like it's full of confidence. And those guys stand there and they blow their vuvuzelas in the corner by themselves. It is the sexiest thing you've ever seen. That vuvuzela will speak to you. That guy's just there in the corner. It's so sexy. You watch that guy standing there looking like a Zulu Kenny G. He's just, oh. How are you going to hate on the vuvuzela? That's the best instrument in the vuvuzela is us. That's the sound of Africa. That's what I picture out on the Serengeti. On one of those like National Geographic shows. David Attenborough commentating. And as you look out, far into the distance of the African bushveld, you can vaguely make out the silhouette of the South African vuvuzela. The male vuvuzela is a stunning creature. And it is mating season now. He has roamed for kilometers searching for the perfect mate. He has found her. The two vuvuzelas slowly begin the mating ritual. The female is impressed. She assumes the position as the male slowly mounts her and they begin procreation. The male is finished. He slowly moves away from the female. She seeks out for his approval and affection. He just wants to sleep. How are you gonna hate on the vuvuzela? I love that.
Hey there, thanks for watching. Now, all I need you to do is click on that little circle on your screen. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, just like that. Hold on. Yeah.